There's so many people and organizations that really, really need our help right now, our support, our resources. And sometimes, honestly, it can just feel overwhelming. I don't know about you, but when my plate is already full, I ask myself, is this little thing, this modest donation, this small act of kindness, does it even make a difference? Will anybody really benefit? Here's the funny thing, the universe has this quirky sense of humor that the days you need to hear, yes, it does matter, are the exact days the message shows up in the most unexpected way. It was a sunny spring day, and I was having what I call a three's an alarm type moment. That's when three things go wrong all at once, and suddenly your whole day feels like it's falling apart. I'm sure you're very familiar with it. First, a longtime client, someone I had worked with for over a year, bails on a deal. All that work down the drain. Then my elderly neighbor accidentally leaves the bathroom sink running, flooding my entire bathroom. Yes, flooding. And third, the dreaded whirling ball of doom, my computer freezes right when I'm on a deadline. Yikes. So I told myself, hey, Courage the Sparkle Lady, you always say reboot like a computer when you're overwhelmed. Reboot. So I did. I decided to take a walk, treat myself to some fat-free, sugar-free, and hopefully not taste-free frozen yogurt. I literally step out the front door and I hear someone calling my name. Excuse me, Lois? I turn and it's Bettina, someone I barely recognized, a homeless woman who had used to live in my neighborhood years ago. She told me that she had collapsed, been hospitalized, got the care that she needed, and now was healthy, strong, and rebuilding her life. I couldn't have been happier for her. She looked me in the eye and she said something that shook me to my core. When I was at death's door, the only thing that kept me going was knowing that people like you cared. And what pulled me through was knowing one day I'd come back to thank you all for what you had done. I was slack-jawed. I didn't even remember what I had done. She reminded me that I had bought her warm socks, a coat, bananas, little things, sure. But more than that, I cared. I checked in on her. I made her feel human. And that care saved her life. Wow. After meeting Bettina, everything shifted for me. The client, the flooding, the frozen computer, they didn't seem to be so big anymore. What I realized and what I want to share with you is this: every act of kindness, of generosity, has an effect. We may never see the full impact, but it's there. It takes courage sometimes. Maybe talking to strangers isn't your thing. No biggie. We all have our own superpowers. But I learned two things that day. One, when we give, however big or small, it comes back to us tenfold. We feel so much more fulfilled and connected in our lives. And two, never underestimate what a simple act of generosity or kindness can do, not just for yourself, but for others as well. So whether it's a smile, a small donation, just listening, give a little, because your kindness could be the reason someone finds hope or even life itself. And that, my friends, is the true power of giving, generosity, the best ROI in town. Let's be the reason someone feels cared for today. My name is Lois Barth. Thanks for tuning in and not tuning out.